Are you ready? Hello? 9 o'clock UK time, Sunday night. It can mean only one thing. Yes, it's Jimmy Jam time. Hello, folksies. All hail the Mel. Hello, Insane. Right, you know the drill. You know what we're doing. Right, get your name into the comments. I see Jace. Hello, buddy. Right. I see Buddy, Rolf, Bill, Stemmer, Ocular. Right, Will. Oh, pardon me. I've just had my tea. Dan, Fred. Right. Oh, you guys have been chatting at the start, haven't you? Right, Odin, Victor, Critical, Michael, Kill Team Blitz. Hello, mate. You new? Yeah. Jez, John, Diggy, Dave, Rob, Gary, Michael, Chris, Eddie. No, Jace, Rob. Who else? Who else? Who else? Sean. Oh God, there's tons of you. I can't read all those out. All right. From the top. We'll go from Insane, eh? We'll get this done in one hit. Insane, Diggy, Brian, Cat, Michael, Stemmer, William, Cat, Alan, Diggy, Stemmer, OGA, Sean, Lynn's Project, Dan, Fred, Chris, Bud Mechanic, Smiley Happy Puppet People. I like that. Yeah, Mike. Oh God, there's tons of you. Eddie, hello. Right, that's it. Listen, this shouting the name, it was all very well when there was about like 12 of you waiting for me to start a show. But I mean, when the 77 start waiting for me to start a show. Whew, how have you been, people? Right, I know the channel has been quiet. Just to give you a bit of what's going on. I had to take a bit of personal time at the start of the month to deal with some family things and that sort of stuff. That's all sorting itself out. Yeah, and I am stuck in... yeah, doing my 8-foot trench board at the minute. Now, the battle plan is that I'm challenging myself to get it done and completed by Christmas Eve. Yeah, the idea being that you'll get 2 or 3 or 4 videos, yeah, over the Christmas break. So you can have a bit of a Mel blast over the Christmas break. Yeah, I thought that was the best way of doing it. Yeah. And so that's why there's no video. I didn't want to do any little videos or anything like that. I just wanted to get stuck into this big project, get it done, finish the year with an awesome 8-foot trench line. So I'm back in the studio tomorrow cracking on with that. And fingers crossed it will be done by Sunday, which is Christmas Eve. Yeah, which is our big live show. Now, I have spoken to the Kerry. Yeah, and she has said, right, okay, live show on Christmas Eve is probably going to be 9 o'clock till just after midnight. So, we're inviting you to come welcoming Christmas Day with us, okay? The kids will be on the show at the start. We'll be playing a game of Carcinone or something like that. Me and Kez will play a game. We'll just have a bit of a party. Yeah, so bring your drinks. I might even have a drink. So that's the battle plan. You've essentially got another week of silence. I'll throw a couple of live shows up if I can. Yeah, I probably will. Just got to sort the logistics, you know what I mean? And then... live show on Christmas Eve, then over the Christmas break up to New Year's Eve, we'll have a run of shows. Now, let's have a look. When is... right. Oh, no way. New Year's Eve is a Sunday. I don't know. I don't know if we're doing a New Year's Eve party or whether, you know, Kez's... I might be on New Year's Eve, or I might not be. I don't know what the battle plan is. But that's what's going on. Christmas Eve in the trenches. Anyone for football? Nice one, buddy. Do an earlier show so you can still celebrate later. I don't know. We'll see what we can sort out. We'll have a word with Kez when she comes down. Matt's on a 24-hour shift on New Year's Eve. Dude, that's a one. Dan's saying do it. Gary saying, that's nice, Mel. We'll all have a drink together. Thanks, Kez, from all of us for the invite. Yeah, Christmas Eve, definitely. We're all getting together. We'll have a bit of a terrainiacs party. Yeah, I'll even wear a hat. Shall I wear a Santa hat? Now, I will say this is obviously the terrain question and answers show. Remember, if you've got any terrain questions, down below in the description there's a link to the Google Doc, and you can submit your terrain questions for in a little while there. Now, have we got any? We've got a couple of ones coming in already. Yeah, so I've got 2 so far. Let's see how many we get that up to. Oh, it looks like people are already sort of paying their dues. Yeah, I've got Kerry a Christmas present. Now, obviously Christmas is coming up, don't tell her. Okay, Kerry loves meatballs, so I haven't got her meatballs. So, we'll have some fun with that. Don't tell her. So yes, we are all prepared for Christmas. It's been really nice this year, actually. Ben at Foreground, I call him Santa because every year he comes along with a salute commission and it pays for Christmas. So Christmas, we're in a good place. Oh, here she is now. Right, we have a question.
Yes.
Okay, well, you know Christmas Eve, a party.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, we're having a bit of a party.
Yeah, with my new meatball team.
I didn't say you were getting meatballs. I said you may get meatballs or you may not get meatballs. You had a chance to have your present early.
I tell you what, yeah, if you haven't bought me meatballs, we're going to be having a big row Christmas Day.
So what? If you don't have meatballs for your Christmas present, we're having a row on Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, Mel. That's not the present I wanted. Pandora. Poof. Don't worry, I haven't bought you that shite.
I was going to say no, give me meatballs.
Easy day, isn't she? But here's the question.
Go on.
Do you know what New Year's Eve falls on?
What, the Sunday night?
Yeah. So technically, it's...
There's going to be too many people here on New Year's Eve.
Are we having a party, are we?
Yeah.
Guys, it's going to be very messy here. There will be a live show Christmas Eve. Yeah. We're not doing a live show New Year's Eve. Is Jenny here?
Yeah.
No, you can't. Sorry, no, not when Jenny's drunk.
Babe should have her boobs out. You can't have
Yeah,
that.
I
You
can't.
have that
No. We have a friend, Jenny,
You know
you know,
what
she
she's like
gets
when she's
drunk.
drunk.
Yeah, she had a boob job, you know. She gets drunk, she tends to show them off, and there's just no way we can do that on YouTube. A drunken live show. I can't risk my channel. I just can't risk my channel. We can recover together. Sure, we'll see about having a New Year's Day recovery one. Mark 3BS, thanks for the tips, Mel. Turns out pretty good with an airbrush. Nice one, buddy. Cat saying we still have our firefighters here, so without trying to plan stuff for Christmas or without fireworks, we still have our fire. Cat, what do you mean, Duck? Your firefighters? Are you having problems? It's enough with Mel's boobs. Never mind anyone. Leave my boobs alone, you. I mean, I know. I quite like them. Oh, fires in California, mate. Oh, of course, yeah, of course. California, that's crazy. I saw the videos of it and it is just mad. 270,000 acres and over 800 homes gone. I mean, we've actually got a similar situation in Portugal, haven't we? For all you people who like cork, yeah, cork is becoming a rarity because the cork forests in Portugal, where we get most of our cork from in the world, are burning. So I have a big sack of cork bark, yeah, that obviously we use for terrain and that sort of stuff, and it's in the shed, and it's become a bit of a like, what do I use this for? Because, you know, when this goes, there's a chance I'm not going to be able to replace it. It's got to burn out. It's got out sometime. I know, but how much damage does it do before it burns out? You know what I mean? Crazy situation to be in. Absolutely crazy situation to be in. Yeah, my heart genuinely goes out to everyone, you know, in Portugal and over in California who are going through like mad times with this sort of stuff. Sell it. It'll be worth a fortune. Yeah, but if I sell it, it just becomes money. If I've got the last bit of cork bark for terrain ever. Mel's Black Market cork supplies on eBay. Ash is big time. They don't think it will be handled until around the 7th. Wow. Hey, Persic? Good thing we've only lost 2 lives. Pray for more. It is good, actually, with that sort of devastation that there's only been that many lives. I mean, to be perfectly honest, we've lost that many people in Birmingham, yeah, to the cold in the past couple of days. My local florist has a big stack as well. I think anyone who deals with cork is suddenly like, right. I mean, I've got literally a sack of it, so I've probably got 2 tables worth, 2 decent tables worth, so yeah. Send us your snow. We haven't got snow here at the minute, to be truthful. We've had a patch. The kids had a couple of days off school, because as typical in Britain, you know, for snowflake lands, you know, all the teachers declare they can't get into work. Have a good time over Christmas. We've got Christmas on the 25th, then my birthday on the 30th, then New Year's Eve on the 31st. I'm pretty much drunk from the 21st, 25th to the 1st, then hungover for a couple of days. That's what it's starting the, what you call it? Cork order. Rain, rain, rain today, proper wet. Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm actually glad because it's got rid of the ice. You pay for shipping and haulage. They actually had snow in South Texas. Right. One thing I do have to do while I've got you. Obviously, we are fundraising now. I think that 696 is what we did last show, but we're not raising for the laptop. Yeah, this show. Yeah, because Corbin told me what I should be raising for. He told me I should be raising for my Christmas bonus. Yeah, so on this show and the Christmas Eve show, it's Mel's Christmas bonus. You guys are essentially my employers. Yeah, if you think I've done okay this year, yeah, you can give me a Christmas bonus. If not, yeah, you can send a card like most dodgy employers do. Yeah, so, yeah, straight off the top, let's get a couple of people on the screen. Yeah, they have supported the channel and they've supported, what do you call it? They've supported Mel and Mel's little Christmas bonus. They didn't know they were supporting my Christmas bonus, but they've supported it. We have, yeah, from our Oddin, he sent a nugget. Yeah, and our Rolf has sent a couple of nuggets. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the Christmas bonus. So that's it. Jez is saying, great idea, Corbs. Yeah, so now I will be absolutely clear on this. Yeah, there's a couple of things I'd like to spend it on. If I get a decent enough bonus, yeah, I want Necromunda. You know, the box game now. I think it's about 80 quid. I do want to spend now. I know when you people give, you know, money to, you know, I'm not going to say homeless people, but, you know, people asking for money and that sort of stuff. You know, there's the common concern of, will he spend it on alcohol? I just want to tell you that as part of this Christmas bonus, if I get the Necromunda or we don't reach the Necromunda, then yes, I will spend it on alcohol. Oh, Ollie! Ollie's coming with a fiver. P45 on the way, Mel. Do you know what? I once worked in this place. Yeah, it was an animal feeds factory, and I worked as the mill cleaner. So I went around sweeping up, basically cleaning up all the spilled grain and all that sort of stuff. Because you have to, because if the grain spills, you get rats and mice in, and obviously, you know, with it being animal feed, you can't have that and all that sort of palaver. But the boss there once turned around to me and he says, do you know, yeah, the pen is truly mightier than the sword, and it takes precious little ink to write a P45. At least you're honest, Mel. I am. He's going to spend it on gold-plated prostitutes, not with the sort of donations I get, mate. Right, we've had Ollie, Will sent in a nugget, and Ollie sent in 5. So I'm up to, I think, what are we on? We're on 9, I think. 9 nuggets. We're not far. We're only 71 nuggets away from what you call it. We've hit our first four pack of tinnies, yeah, and we're only 71 nuggets away from Necromunda. Really interested in Necromunda. Mate of mine lent me Shadow War. One of the other guys in the studio who plays 40k. A guy called Mark Edmonds. He's a resin artist, does some lovely stuff, but he plays Nurgle. And I think he's been slowly trying to lure me back into 40k because he knows I make terrain. And he's in the studio, and I think he wants me to build a gaming table for 40k in the studio. Yeah, so... Oh, bloody hell. Oh, right. Let's get people on. Ollie, thank you for my Christmas bonus, matey. Yeah. To Will. Yeah, thank you for the nugget, dude. Yeah, to Tamsin. Thank you, darling. A tenner from Tam. A tenner from Tam. Thank you, Ducky. See, someone appreciates me. It is going to be one of those shows. I'm in one of those moods tonight, guys. Yeah, I'm in a good mood. To be truthful, as a lot of you guys know, start of the watch this month, some family stuff going on that was on my mind. Yeah, we had patron bloody playing up and being stupid beggars with, you know, announcing they were changing their fee structure, and I've had root canal work done, so I'm halfway through a root canal session, and I've got a temporary filling in waiting for to go back in the new year. So the start of this month wasn't brilliant, but you know, the tooth has been patched. It's only a little sore. Patron saw the light. Things at the school side it's getting better. Financially, yeah, I'm not saying we're rich or anything, but we're in a lot better place coming into this Christmas, yeah, than we have been in a lot of past times. So I'm happy about that. You know, I don't make masses of money at this. You know, sometimes we have a good month, sometimes we have a poor month, but I'm just glad that Christmas is done, dusted, presents. I mean, we've got a tree and everything. Look, yeah. The kids decorated it. I took the kids to buy some new decorations because ours were looking a bit tatty. So I said, come on, we'll go spend a little bit of money and we'll get some new tinsel and stuff and you can decorate the tree. Yeah. Brown and green. The most two hideous colours you can ever imagine. Yeah, that's what my kids picked. We just like to see you smile. If Mel gets Necromunda, he'll have to make videos on terrain for it. Oh yeah. Secretly, okay. There's various kits that you can use for Necromunda. Yeah, there's various model kits. There's the hexagon kits, the chemical plant, you know, the platformer systems and stuff like that. I have a box full of them in the attic that I've had since Corbin was... Since before Corbin was conceived, I've had them. So what are we talking? Coming on 13 years they've been up in the attic, transported from house to house. So yes, if Mel gets Necromunda, there's a bloody good chance in the new year, yeah, that you will be seeing Necromunda terrain. Mel, what are those donation amounts again, please? All right, donate. Oh, George, dude. Kaz! They're doing Christmas tips. They've done it again.
Because they're a good bunch, that's why.
I'm getting Necromunda for Christmas!
Meeples!
No, it's my Christmas bonus.
Meeples!
No?
Meeples! Meeples! Just think, yeah, right? Make me happy, makes you happy.
I can show you your present if you want. Then
No, I don't want to see my Christmas presents on Christmas Day. Stop it!
See,
have you got me 2 or 1?
you're only having 1, Doctor.
Oh, I don't want it till Christmas Day, then else I'm not going to have one open off you on Christmas Day.
I can wrap the box up.
No.
No, you, as I said, your present may have me. Don't you point back at the screen at me.
Well. Is that all you wanted me for?
Well, no, I wanted to tell you what a wonderful lot, because George has just sent 50 nuggets in, but, you know, since my mug's here and you're there, and you are a beautiful woman. I know you don't see her much, yeah, but she is beautiful, isn't she? She makes the best brews. Yes, it's one of those shows.
Give me a round, I'm making one.
Come here then. There you go. Okay. Really? Are you going to... Would anyone like a present for Christmas? I've got one going spare. All right. Okay, yeah, there's going to be gopher dancing. Look, there she is. Merry Christmas. Look at her run. Look at her run. She has said she'll come on the Christmas Eve show, but she's wearing a mask. What does Kez want? I couldn't hear her. Kez wants meeples. Okay. We play a game. What's it called? Here, let me show you. We've got into this game. One of you guys recommended it to us. Yeah, on one of the live shows. And when we were on holiday a few months back, I've spotted it in this tiny little game shop in the middle of this Welsh town. Yeah, really run down little place it was. And they got it on the shelf. But this is Kerry's passion. Now the problem with and if you're wondering what meeples are,
best game ever.
Meeples are those little people there. They're meeples. Now, I made a bit of a mistake when I picked this up because I saw it and I saw the name. I thought, that's the one they were on about. That's the one I need to get. Yeah? So I picked it up. But what I didn't realise was there's lots of different versions of this. Okay? And there's the main one, which is Carcinone. Is it Towns and Castles? Towns and Castles. And that's the base set that you can expand off with. Me, in my ultimate wisdom. Word up. Yeah. I bought the standalone version, which you can't build on. So Kerry's been bullying me to get, you know, the proper version of that, and maybe some expansions. I'm not saying if she's got it for Christmas. Kez doesn't need a mask. You do though, Mel. Hello, boy. You know your idea about much colour, about them giving me donations, and it should be my Christmas bonus.
Yeah.
I've had a good Christmas bonus, mate. Do you know what I'm having for Christmas?
What?
Necromunda.
Somebody's sending you Necromunda.
No, I've got to buy it myself out of the money they've sent, but I can go to Games Workshop and I can have Necromunda.
He needs to buy Conflict 47.
I'm not buying Conflict. We've got Conflict 47.
No, we don't.
Dude, it's down there.
Is it? Where?
It'll be on the bookshelf. And if it isn't, it'll be at my studio. But we've got Conflict 47. Right. I have to do some announcements. So.
Announcement time.
Okay, I need to find the.
Love you, kid. Love you, everyone. Shut the door, baby.
Right.
Dad needs to buy Conflict 47 again.
Right.
Dad needs to buy meatballs.
Right. Let's get people on the screen, while everyone decides what I should spend my money on. Nice, isn't it? Here's your Christmas bonus, Mel. Right, Mel, you need to spend your Christmas bonus on this. No, he needs to spend it on this. No, he needs to spend it on this. I'm spending it on Necromunda, guys. Corb should get a percentage of your take, Mel. Corb nails enough. Why do people put jalapeno on pizza? I can't stand pizza anyway. What is Necromunda? Oh, Oz, even you won't shut the bloody door. What is Necromunda? Mel, run through the donation amounts. Okay, right. Already on screen we had 1 from Odin, yeah, 2 from Rolf, 5 from Ol, yeah. We've got 1 from Will, 10 from Tam. We've got 50 from George. This is Texas George, I'm assuming. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the bonus. So 50 from George. We've got 2 from Michael. Thank you, buddy. This is Michael or Michael. We never really know. Yeah, we've got 5 from Pat. Sorry, from Wayne, sorry. So, Wayne. And we've got another 10 from Rolf. And I think that is all of them. Thank you, guys. Now, I know you guys are going to be screaming Gopher Dance. So what I'm going to do is we'll save the Gopher Dance for a little while, because I could end up dancing all night. I know what you lot are like. Yeah, so there are the names. And we need to enable scroll. There we go. Thanks for the Christmas bonus, guys. Right, I need to clear these. I owe you a Gopher Dance. I just need to make sure I can keep track of everything. I am with £5 off Necromunda. Very generous, George. He is. George M, there he is. Everything bigger in Texas, mate. I've got Chung Chao messaging me. Right now, mate, I'm live. He says, Chung Chao, if you don't know him, he runs the WGC. You know, Uncle Atom and all those guys over in the States. They do all the conventions and that sort of stuff. I'm part of the WGC, but they don't do much, you know, with the UK folks and that. So, well, they don't do much as a group that much. Anyway, I think he's trying to kick it back off. But what time do you run your live show on a Sunday? Right now, buddy. So just let me message him back. Got a lot of time for Chung. I like him. Right. It's Christmas time. If you think Mel's deserves one for what he's done, give him a Christmas bonus. Only took 22 minutes. No, we're 6 minutes off. Still need to describe Necromunda. Okay, I need to fix that focus, don't I? Best way of describing Necromunda is... imagine gang warfare in Detroit, but imagine Detroit was based in the style it is, and the rundownness of it is, but imagine it's based in the far future. So you're talking heavy industrial, a lot of slums where, you know, and you've got these gangs fighting for territory, and it's all about. It's essentially, it's a spin-off from the Warhammer the Warhammer 40k. You know. The idea being that in the Warhammer 40k world, you have these massive cities called hive cities, which extend miles up from a planet, and everyone lives in these hive cities. Okay, and Necromunda is based in the slums at the bottom, where all the scum live and they fight, and so that's what you call it. It's Mordheim in the future. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it is a brilliant game. I loved it. I quite liked it because when it came out, they didn't release Necromunda straight away. What they did is they released over about 3 or 4 issues in White Dwarf a rule set, okay, for you to play with for Necromunda. And then everyone loved it that much, they fleshed it into a full game. But it harks back to my start of gaming. Do you know what I mean? And some of the very first game terrain I did. PP, PP alert. Oh yeah, we're getting PPs. Give me a minute. Yeah, there he is. There's our Chung. What time do you normally start? We normally start at 9, mate. Yeah, welcome to the party. Yeah, if you don't know, yeah, War Games Consortium, that's the producers group I'm part of. Yeah, Chung Chao, who's heading that up. Yeah, you'll know his channel. You'll have seen him doing his channel and all that sort of stuff. That's Chung. Woot! Yeah, oh, you sound like Westy there, mate. Right. I was thinking of the movie Riddick. Chung, how would you describe Necromunda for someone who doesn't know 40k or the 40k franchise? It's alright, watch it. We're raising for my Christmas bonus. Answer your question, eBay. There's a lot of different static grass you can get in really gaudy colours. Yeah, also with static grass. If you're looking at making your own mixes, remember to check out flocking.biz. Yeah, static grass comes from the automotive industry, yeah. Flocking.biz, you can buy the raw colours at various lengths. Okay, so you can get every colour. And these are the colours that all the manufacturers buy. This is where they buy it from. I know Foreground gets their flock from there for a fact. Because when I did the big snow table, yeah, they sent a massive bag of it. And it was from there, yeah. I already knew it was from there anyway, because I mean everyone gets their static grass from flocking.biz, but it's pure colours, so you have to make up your own mixes. But that might be a good supply for you. Right. Kings of New York in a dark grim future. He's saying he never paid attention to Necromunda. I just know about... Chung! You've never paid... Necromunda's a brilliant... We need to get you on that, mate. You'd love that. I'd describe it as a night out in Moss Side, Manchester. Yeah, pretty rough, yeah. That's not bad. What was the name of that company? I don't know what the company was, but this is the web link for you guys. Go check it out. And this is where you'll buy your bags of your, of all your major colours, you know, and they're not mixed as grasses. Yeah, it's just like, right, you can buy 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil of red, blue, green, whatever colour you want. Ooh. It's saying error. Try again. What did I do wrong? Oh no, it won't let me post. I don't know why. It recognises me as the whatchamacallit. Chung saying he can't get into another game. I know that one. Well, I'm getting into Necromunda. Cheers, mate. New to the channel, and I've been going through the vids. Just bought a ton of foam board and light sticks to practice making a city fight board. That's going to be awesome, mate. A skirmish game in the undercity of a future hive city where gangs battle out with a legacy system. Yeah, Jez, that's a good description. YouTube is constantly signing me in. Out and out. Fred's given us the flockingshop.co.uk. That's a nice one. Yeah, Jace, can you just type flocking.biz forum for me, please? Right, we've got some PayPals to shout out for. Mel's Christmas bonus. I see it. I see 3 PayPals. Right. Let's get them on the screen. Okay, so we have, yeah, from Stemmer. I'll get this right one day. We've got 5 nuggets. Thank you, buddy. From Anders, yeah, we've got 10 nuggets, which means we have hit Necromunda and we are on beer money now. Beer money or extra gangs. Yeah, and from our Jace. Yeah, Jace, you didn't need to do this, dude. Yeah, he's sent in 25 nuggets. Thank you, buddy. So there is definitely a gang in there. Necromunda. Gang Warfare and Judge Dredd's Mega City 1. Yeah, the real scummy bit. Thank you, guys. I don't know what the what the normal tons of notifications. That is it, Mel. The flockingshop.co.uk. Oh, alright, they've got one of those redirects, have they? Yeah, they just used to be called flocking.biz when I knew them. But yeah, static grass and all that sort of stuff. It comes from the automotive industry. If you want to have a look at static grass in cars, you know, your furry felt that you get on your dashboard and that sort of stuff, and on your seats, and that's static grass. It's nylon flock. You'll need the Gang War book as well. Will I? How much is that? I got flocking.biz. As long as people know that's... John says, give me a shout out, mate. I've got no friends. John, you've always got friends here with us. We're the terrainiacs. This is what we do on a Sunday night. We get together, we have a bit of a natter, you know, we have a bit of a laugh. We talk about terrain and that sort of stuff. I know we've not talked much about terrain. For those of you who haven't seen what I am working on, yeah. Let me pull up a picture. I really should load these onto the screen so I can pop them up and use. Mel's never that organised, is he? I've only been doing this for coming on 5 years. Yeah, but that, let me just get that to there. That is an 8-foot long trench system that's going to incorporate bunkers, artillery emplacements, fire pits, yeah, all sorts. It's got communication trenches in, and it is modular as well. Yeah, so that's where I'm working on terrain-wise. And like I say, all those videos for that, you know, the construction videos, there's a little vlog video, and a couple of other things, they're all going to be coming out with, they're all going to be coming out between Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. So you've got a bit of entertainment over the, you know, you've got a little bit of Mel, because I'm not going to be around other than the live show on Christmas Eve. Like we say, we know that Jenny's coming on New Year's Day, and as you've heard from Kerry, yeah, we cannot risk alcohol and Jenny with YouTube. Yeah, it would do my subscribers wonderfully, but I'd lose my channel. Dude, that's going to be badass. Oh yeah, Chung. Yeah, it is, mate. Emote. I'm not doing emote. Look, I've got this idea for a bit of a Japanese castle thing, yeah, in the new year. Now, I know you guys want me to do a big castle project, and I want to do a new big castle project, but we're going to have to up Patreon for that, because I'm going to have to take like 6 months to do that, so we need to figure something out. You know, we need to... Yeah, we'll discuss that in the new year. Next year, yeah, we're doing a castle. A big-ass castle. Yeah? This year, I just want to finish these trenches off. Gang War is £30, I think. I think we can just about cover that. So we've got Necromunda and Gang Wars for my Christmas present. Thanks for the Christmas bonus, guys. Yeah. How's the bolt action going? Haven't played much recently because I've been playing catch up, but the trench system is bolt action sort of geared. I mean, it could play easily for 40k as well because, you know, the bolt action is essentially 1940k. Yeah. Gang War is 1750. Nice, we can do that. Let's see Jenny. I'm not risking it. Look. Jenny gets drunk. Yeah. Then Jenny shows off her boob jobs. That's what Jenny does. Yeah. Everyone knows it, which is why we don't take Jenny out to get drunk in public. Okay, anymore. I can't risk it on a live show. I might want to look at the TT Combat MDF terrain as a basis for your table. Well, you see, yeah, I have this idea. Yes, we can look around, but I'd really like to get my hands on some of that GW terrain. Now, I figure, yeah, if we get enough of us to message GW to say, you should really get Mel this terrain, yeah, so he can have a play with it and see what he can do with it based on what he's done with foreground stuff and Sarissa's stuff and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Weekend Warlords, mate, for Necromunda, 58 quid. Yes, that's the game. That's the watcher. That's the gangs book, and that means we're back on Beer Fund. Seen the chin bits. Yeah. So, yeah, we might watch it. You know what I mean? Might leverage it, encourage GW a bit to engage a little bit. I don't want to, you know, I don't need to be on their channel or anything like that or do battle reports, yeah, but yeah, I can't afford their terrain, not in the extent of that what I'd like to do with it, you know what I mean? So, we'll see if they'd like me to have a play with it. I was going to be going Warhammer World this weekend, to be truthful, but unfortunately, due to family logistics and, you know, certain things, it didn't happen. Nothing this end. I was actually taking my mum for a birthday present for a soap workshop, but my mum's sister isn't very well, you know, and, you know, it's getting to that stage of her life, and, you know, so we had to postpone the workshop and that sort of stuff. So I didn't get to go in. Triple Helix War Games has it for £56.25. Blots do nice MDF as well for underhives. I'm thinking, what do you call it? What I might do is, it might be worth, rather than like, all right, we'll try to, might reach out to a few different companies and just say, look, send us a couple of bits and we'll see about combining the lot. We had a woman at the pub asking all the barmen to have feel of a breast to see if they could tell if they were fake. Yeah, that's Jenny. I mean, when she first had them done, I mean, literally, it got to say to her, Jen, just put them back. We've all seen them. It'd be easier just to post them on Facebook. Gang War is £14. Nice. Need the cards for the gangs text, okay? Distilled water is the fountain of youth. All right, John? There's the resin Beastman Bounty Hunter. Ooh, Beastman. Jenny sounds like patrons only. Unfortunately, patrons has adult content rules as well. They also have gambling rules, which means you can't do giveaways for patrons. Yeah, because of where they're legally based, it just gets complicated legally, which is a bit of a naff one. Odd Insane, I've got 2 boxes of Shadow Wars in mint conditions, very cheap. Kept the terrain and sold the miniatures for the price I got the boxes for. Like that. Best place to get bolt action minis? I would say after the eBays and the Amazons, I don't know, guys. I'm going to use the terrain for Necromunda. Have you ever played 2-hour war games? Dude, I've lived through pretty much every edition of 40k there was. Yeah, I played God in 5th edition. 2 hour? 2 hour was my turn. Gonna start first diorama. Any tips? Gonna be a World War I trench project. Ghost, don't start it yet. Wait a week. My trench videos will be coming out I think that I'm scheduling the first one for Boxing Day, which is the day after after Christmas Day. So, you know, if you want tutorials on trenches, yeah, and you're doing trenches, and you're starting this week, give it a week, mate. Yeah, because my videos are going to be out in a week. You play God in 40k? Well, at least you have the British accent. I am the Emperor. Emperor protects. I'll tell you what I have been playing a lot with recently. Okay? Playing with Corbin. Yeah. Playing Dawn of War, the very first original one with Corbin. And we're both having an absolute blast with it. Just let me check. I don't want to miss anyone. Okay. Activity I've had because right, we haven't got Matt on the screen, have we? He's a pending, it says. Yeah, but we'll get Matt on. He said 5 nuggets. Thank you, buddy. Not a bad Christmas bonus. There you are. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for the Christmas bonus. What should we put that towards? See, I'm really hoping you guys can bully GW into getting me some terrain so I don't have to spend any of this on terrain. I'd hate to have to spend my Christmas bonus on terrain. It'd be a gutter. Thank you, Matt. And thank you for all my supporters tonight, yeah? Mac the Maker, good afternoon from Greeley, Northern Illinois. Is that Illinois, IL? I'm slowly getting to learn it, aren't I? God is British, makes sense. 25th December, yeah. Sorry, Mel. How much did Stemmer and Ander donate? Ander did a tenner, I believe. Just let me double check. Yeah, Ander a tenner. Stemmer, what you at 5? Correct. Sorry, meant to spell it. 90 kilometers from Chicago. Now, Chicago's where Adepticon is on, isn't it? I'm seriously giving thought to coming over to the US and doing Adepticon. Yeah, I had a chat with Uncle Atom, yeah, because he put a video up saying that he doesn't think that Gen Con is is the best convention for wargamers. Yeah, on the basis of there's not much tabletop stuff that actually goes on at Gen Con. There's loads of geekery and, you know, tons of it. It's great for that. And he was saying he thinks Adepticon is best. Now, if you're into terrain, you need tabletops. Okay, and from the video I saw of Gen Con, I wasn't that impressed with the tables. You know, I'm sure a lot of the vendors had interesting, you know, feature tables. So it's Adepticon I'm really interested in. So I don't think we're going to make it next year because it's normally about March. But... See what I have to put up with? See what I have to put up with? I'm gonna get it. We'll wait till she comes down. Yeah. Do Melcon. Maybe. So I think what you got Adepticon, I think I've missed the boat. There's no way we're gonna get the funds, organise it all for March. Also, we've got a lot. Also, because Kez is doing a Masters in Science. Yeah. She's actually got to do a 3-month placement in industry as part of a Masters. Now, when she does that, that's actually going to be roughly around about the same sort of time, which means I've got to do the terrain tutor stuff and, you know, look after the house, look after the kids while she's either in Birmingham or Manchester, which is about an hour commute. So, and on top of that, she doesn't get paid for the placement, and so, you know, it's too much of a jump to do it this year. But I think 2019, I think I need to start planning, yeah, to go to Adepticon. And I think what I need to do is, if we're going to do it, and I'm probably only going to get one chance to do it, yeah, I'll message Ed and I'll see if he wants me to do some some terrain workshops and that sort of stuff, and we'll have a little bit of a...
Are you a big girl then? Big drama queen.
She says running away.
What's that face? It'll stick, you know.
Yeah, do you want to know how to make Kez sad? There's no meatballs in your present.
I'll buy me own.
Buy your own meatballs.
Bog off. Buy me own.
What meatballs?
I've got my meatballs, thank you.
She's awesome. Chung saying if you do, it'll give me another strong reason to go. Yeah. 2019, I think. Because it's flights and that sort of stuff. What I'd like to see is, see if I can do it, because I mean, I was talking about going a couple of years ago. You know, I dabbled with it, and Ed, I know Ed who's ran it, and Chung knows Ed really well. And I mentioned, do you want me to, do some seminars or something like that? So I might reach out to him, and touch base. I also think Foreground want to do it. Now, if Foreground are doing it, I might bully them and say, look guys, can you just logistically put me onto your team? Let me know how much it costs. You know what I mean? But just to save me the hassle of of like booking hotel rooms, booking flights. If I jump on with the Foreground guys, logistically, then then I don't have to worry about making sure I've got all the connections and all that hassle. All they need to do is make sure I can raise the funds to actually go. I mean, the one risk, is if I jump in with the Foreground team, I don't want to have to share a bed with Ben or Cad or Ben or Adam, or you never know, do you? Malcolm, if they plan, they will come. Oh. What meatballs was Kez after anyone? Wait, Carcinone. She's after the original game of Carcinone. We've got the standalone version called Over Hill and Dale. Yeah, and it's the blue one she wants. It's the yellow one we've got. The difference is the standalone version can't be used with any of the expansions, whereas the core blue one can be used with like all this. I think there's about 50 expansions for it, and she really loves it. You could do tables for them in part payment. I already have. I've designed some of the terrain at Adepticon. A year in the making. Massive party going to happen. I think I'll it. What's stopping you from going? Okay. Chung, we can have a chat afterwards. I mean, I'm not going. I can't go next year, this year coming, because Kerry's on placement, and I just physically don't have the time to go to Adepticon. Now, I have already spoken, I spoke to Mike at Terrainiacs when I was thinking about doing Adepticon, and Mike's already provisionally agreed that he'd like to come along to Adepticon, and then what Mike's going to do is, the idea was that me and Mike from Terrainiacs were going to do a bit of a road trip afterwards, and go and and go and, he can... I hope it's still there, and I don't know what's going on with your national parks at the minute, because I know things are changing over with politics and all that grief. We'll keep it off the channel, guys. Yeah, but Mike was saying he'll take me on a road trip for a couple of days and take me from Chicago to see Yellowstone Park with Yogi Bear. Yeah, we're terrainiacs, aren't we? It's what of all the things that me and Mike would go and do after Adepticon, it's what we'd do. Is it spelt Carcinone after a castle in France? Yes, it was developed by some people who live in France. I have several friends that volunteer for some of the companies, and the companies cover the hotel and the convention costs. I did watch a punt around the idea of perhaps turning around to Foreground and saying, look, how about if I split it with you? I'll work your stand for half a day, and then the other half a day, I have time to go, because if I'm going to Adepticon, one of the things that I really want to do is I want to film it, I want to take photos, I want to do channel content. I'm not really going to play, if I want to play, I can play here, there's a load of people in America I want to go shake hands with and have a laugh with, and so it's very much more that social side, but I want time during the day to make sure I can go out, I can film, I can interview, and do want a really good video. Mike too. This is going to be an awesome party. Yeah, Mike was definitely up to it. I also spoke to yes.
Loads of cake.
Oh, I love a cake.
What's loads of cake?
What cake have we got?
Loads of cake.
Right. Well, right. We're not gluttonous people. It's just we've just seen our eldest son. He's just called round now. While he's been visiting, Yeah, coming up and visiting all the family before he goes back down south to where he lives. Yeah, he's also called in and visited a mate. Now, his mate works at Mr. Kipling's making cakes. And so at Christmas time, he's been walking around with these massive... Have you got the carrier bag? Or is it all out the carrier bag? Okay, have you got it? Oh, she's restocking the carrier bag, and we were visiting, yeah, and he turned up and he was like, I have some cakes for you. So listen, we're not gluttonous. We haven't gone into a shop and just want all these, you know. We've
just the bottom one you can't have. Which one of the other ones?
Yeah, look at this, just to prove it. Yeah. Look at the sticker on that bottom one. Staff sale, not for resale.
So which one do you want? Bakewell tart ones? Trifle bakewells? Angel slices? Do you like fruitcake?
No.
I don't either, we'll give that you one.
Yeah, we'll give that me one. I'll have an angel slice, please. Thank you. Don't give me the box. Really? If you submitted a terrain question, we might get to it. Right now we're eating cake. Yeah, but I think 2019 we should... I can't do it in 2018 because of family logistics. But 2019, I think, you know, we should make a commitment that Mel is going to Adepticon and he is going big. Yeah, I'll do seminars, I'll have a chat with, see if we can organise a bit of a party night. I'll reach out to all the companies I deal with and see if they'll sponsor the party night. Yeah, because I'm sure they'll have guys over there who know where we can get pizza and beer and all that logistics. Ah, you can't have cake, Keely, it's mine. Ha ha! Mwahaha! God, I love cake. Jaffa cakes. Hello. Oh, have I got cake, have I? Come here. Come on. Would you like cake? You're not supposed to have cake. I don't ride. Oh. Oh. It's cake. Ah. Come here. Come on. I did that back. Yep. No. Come on, up here. You ready? Ready. Sit. Good boy. Go on, you're not having any more. Animal cruelty. I'm totally going 2019 if you are. Tell you what I'll do. Yeah, it's probably a bit... It's too late to fully confirm it now, but what I'm going to do is... I'm going to, what you call it... I'm going to, over the sort of first couple of months of the new year, I'll reach out to a load of people and I'll see if it's doable. And we'll probably know by the end of February if it's doable. And then we'll plan it, we'll make it happen, and Mel will hit the States in 2019. Assuming you let me in. I haven't got any criminal convictions, but I look a bit dodgy. Mike make yes, and I was going to be banning you for me doing terrain. I'm going to have to up it even more. Nice one. Yeah, Adepticon is Schellenberg, Illinois, right by the O'Hare Airport. Yeah, what you call it? So, Yank, send donations so Mel can come and visit you all. You all. Y'all. The new British invasion. Calm down, dude. Listen, they get quite antsy when we call it the revolution. Yeah? No, sorry. The rebellion. That is a major assumption. Who knows who will be allowed in by then? Well, we don't know, do we? To be truthful, we don't know what state the world will be in by then, to be perfectly honest, with everything that's going on. But assuming I can get in, yeah, I will be coming. I think Malcon should be all the terrainiacs going to Stoke and having one big piss up. To be truthful, I have been also considering Malcon, okay? A lot of people are asking to come to Stoke, and I've actually been looking into getting a larger studio space, a separate studio space. It's going to cost me about £160 a month for this space, but I'm going to use it for doing workshops in. Yeah, now it's big enough to hold easily 3 6 foot by 8 foot tables, so there's plenty of workshop space. Yeah, and there's lots of other space. The Spode site where I'm based, it's actually got a restaurant on site. By middle of next year, I'll have a hotel on site, bars, free parking, all on site. So you can just turn up, park your car, and then we can get drunk for the entire weekend, and you won't even have to wander off the site for the entire thing. Could do that at Spode. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Don't bring your musket, you'll be fine. By the way, if you do want to do any seminars, I can talk to them and see if we can get you some spots. That's a big, is hard. That part is hard as classes is big at what you call it, Adepticon. I know what you call it. I spoke to Ed. Ed runs Adepticon, and I did some work for him a couple of years ago, designing some terrain, some Mantic terrain for his terrain teams. And I mentioned doing what you call it, and he was well up for it. But yeah, I mean, if I'm going to do Adepticon, it seemed, you know, I also want to jump on a couple of seminars myself. You know what I mean? We've got questions to do, haven't we? What are your thoughts about lights in terrain? I don't like them, to be perfectly honest. I think overall, I'll be honest with you, yeah, I think you can get some wondrous effects with smoke, with lights, and all sorts of stuff. But I'll tell you what, my problem with lights in terrain, and this is purely a preference thing. It was 40k. Now, I remember when they first started putting LEDs into what you call it, into Land Raiders to give them lights. And when they did it, the first thing I automatically thought when I saw lights in a Land Raider was toy. It wasn't a model anymore, it was like a kid's toy. And I think that stuck with me, that when I see lights and people integrating, you know, those sort of effects into terrain and models, I get that vibe. Now, I do know that a lot of you guys are interested in that sort of stuff, so I need to put my personal preferences aside, yeah, and integrate some of that stuff into some terrain so we can do tutorials on it. And I'm hoping for Necromunda, to be truthful. Yeah, and so that's on the cards. Now, there was another, you'll need someone with leather craft stall at Melcon. Just saying. I will, Jez. I will. Just saying. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to hammer all the what you call it. Melcon, every trader, if they want to appear on my channel in the future, they are going to send a demo team with their best table. End of. There's no negotiation. I'm just going to tell Warlord. I'm going to tell Foreground. I'm going to tell Ronnie. Look, if you want visibility on my channel in the next decade, you will be at Melcon. Yeah, and you will bring prize. I'm going to be a bully about it. I've got 70,000 subscribers now. It's about time I can be a bully with these manufacturers. When I first came to YouTube, and I had like 1,000 subscribers, I was very much, please sir, can I have some exposure? Can I have a slice of exposure pie? Now it's like, hey Mel, will you build this for us? Mel, do you want this? I mean, Warlord's got to the state now where I don't even ask them for stuff. I just get parcels turned up, go, Mel, here, have this. It's great, but it's like, what do I need this for? I mean, what is it? I don't even... Is this even released yet? Is that out yet? Do I know if is this a new one, or is this... It just turned up in the post. I didn't ask them for it. I think they do it in case I get excited and then I want to make terrain for it, and they get like a little mini series. I know Warlord love the what you call it, absolutely adore the Let's Make series. Yeah, so I think that's why they keep saying, here, there's some ideas for Let's Make spells. It's on the site, right? Nice. Right. I haven't checked. We've had no more PayPals. Christmas bonus is over. Yeah, I don't mind. Genuinely, I don't mind. It's you guys have been great, and I've got Necromunda, so I am well happy. I just need to log in and make sure I'm not missing anyone. Because you know what notifications on phones are like. No, not missing anyone. We've got everyone. Oh, that's alright then. Westy, Mel is going to Adepticon in 2018, so we're plotting Melcon 2020 in Spode. Melcon could actually be next year, realistically. tail end of the summer or something like that. Okay. Yeah. Westy, would your company like to sponsor me going to Adepticon? They've got the money. I don't know what I'd need to do to earn sponsorship from Westy's company. Where can I buy Mel coins? I'm not a cryptocurrency dude. Tam's insane. Isn't it about time to answer the questions? Well, considering we're an hour in, yes, it is. Okay. Catch you later, insane. Model his stuff. Cat. I don't know if he'd probably make less money if I started modelling his stuff. Ah, we've got an e-check. Right, okay, yeah. Just very quickly. Merry Necromundus. Jace. Right, ask Mel. We've got, oh bugger elf, we've got 14 questions. Right, let me drag that over into that window so I can read them while I'm looking at what you guys are saying. This two monitor setup's great. Right, let's do some terrain questions. Now, you know the drill. Throw Melcon as a fundraiser. We could certainly look at that. I have a long-term Shadow Spy project that involves sort of following green lights under the game board. That will like, I like that. There's, oh, what's the company? There's a laser cut company that reached out to me. Now, I couldn't do anything with their stuff at the time, but they're doing laser cut acrylic with backlights, and it looks really nice. Right. Question from Dan. So we'll start off with a question from Dan. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. We've got 15 questions. I'm going to close the questions in about 10 minutes because I don't want... I only want to go till about 10:30 tonight because we've got things and logistics and that sort of stuff to sort. So I don't want a massively long show tonight because next week we have the Christmas party. Yeah, so... yeah, questions are open. Links are down below in the description to the Google Doc. All you need to do is submit your question and your chat name, yeah, and then, you know, we'll go through and write. So, from Dan, is all PVA glue the same? Kids PVA, wood glue VA to builders merchants PVA? No, it isn't. Okay, PVA varies. First off, the consistency of PVA. I use stuff called Baker Ross and it is raw PVA. And it's about 10 times stronger than the PVA I've previously used. Yeah, that I used before that. And I found that out halfway through a project when, you know, some serious sturdy boards warped like crazy. And I was like, all right then. Yeah. Builders PVA often contains solvents and stuff like that. Quite often it'll contain alcohol it helps the PVA. It helps to get a better bond with the PVA and it helps it dry quicker. Now, they don't tend to put the solvents and stuff in the kids and the craft version. Okay? My recommendation for PVA is Baker Ross, if you're in the UK. After that, go for a builders or decorators PVA. That's the best stuff. Yeah, so that's the difference on PVA. Right, that's 1 of 17 done. Stemmer, how to colour or dye static grass flock fibre. Can't find enough colour variations online. Need to create a sort of alien plant terrain surface. First off, go and have a look at flocking.biz or the flockshop.co.uk. You can pick up different primary colours from there that you can sort of sprinkle in to tint your already pre-mixed static grass supplies that you got from hobby stores. You can't really do much with regards to staining, or I'm not really aware of much you can do because static grass is nylon fibre. I'm not quite sure how you stain nylon fibre, to be honest, but you can dry brush it when it's actually on the terrain piece. I've done that, and you can darken it with acrylic washes, acrylic inks. So that's something to look at. Yeah, Westside's saying airbrush the flock. Chat window blocks the light button. Going to have to work on it. Ask for a light spike, Mel. Can I have a light spike, guys? I don't really do light spikes. I think the last time we did a proper light spike, yeah, we did a dislike spike for shits and giggles. And then we had loads of people watching afterwards wondering what it was I'd done so wrong. Okay, so question 3 of 17. Rolf C. Okay, I did build me some terrain with cardboard and want to ask what I do best before paint it so it will not warp or change form. Spray it. Okay. Yeah, if you're working with cardboard or anything like this is the same with trash terrain when you're making stuff out of all sort of junk and stuff like that. Don't use acrylic house paints, model paints or anything like that, or airbrushes. You can perhaps get away with an airbrush depending on your thinner, but basically keep water well away from it. So use spray primers. Spray primers won't warp it, it won't soften it, and it will give it a nice, tough exterior. So if you're working with cardboard, if you're working with trash stuff, when it comes to base coating, spray prime it. Once it's spray primed and you've got a protective coating on the cardboard, yeah, because you've got to remember, if moisture soaks into cardboard, it goes very soft, and that can actually separate, and your piece can literally fall apart. Once you've got your primer on, yeah, you're perfectly fine then going over with normal model paints and that sort of stuff because it's sealed. I think you can use resin tints to permanently, or at least water-fast colour static grass. I'm not sure. Yeah, Tamsin's saying that's one way to get static grass in colours that you wouldn't see otherwise. Dylon, someone's saying. Yeah, I think it's Dylon they call it. I'll be honest with you. My knowledge on static grass, because it's, I mean, we've made, I make scatter, I make clump foliage and that sort of stuff, but because I've looked into making static grass nylon fibre, and because the chemical process is a bit, I don't really like it, and I can buy it pretty cheaply anyway. Yeah, I've not heavily invested time into looking into the static grass stuff, to be perfectly honest, in what it is, what you can do with it at a manufacturing level. Yeah, I've very much been a consumer on that basis. But perhaps in the new year, you know what? It might be an actual idea. Let's reach out to some automotive flockers, and rather than dealing with terrain people, go to people who really use this for, you know, because at the end of the day, if you're flocking the interior of a £50,000 BMW, yeah, you got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? So it might be worth a visit and just seeing if there's any sort of knowledge, tips and tricks that we can sort of gain laterally from that industry. Sorry, just to tip back to static grass. But yeah, I think we'll look at static grass in the new year. Yeah, but Rolf, with regards to your cardboard question, spray prime it, mate. Right, we've got 3 of 19. Question 4. Phantom Prophet, are you still considering making a miniature Christmas tree? If so, will it be live or be a recorded video? If I do, it won't be this Christmas. This Christmas, I'm bringing you Christmas trenches without the snow or the Christmas. You're getting trenches for Christmas. Yeah. My plan is that I've often wanted to do holiday theme, Halloween, you know, and various holiday themed little terrain builds. But when it comes down to it, this year, one of the things I've struggled with this year is getting ahead with content. It's still very much been, it's out as I produce it. And so I haven't been able to get ahead, and therefore I haven't been able, when it's come round to time at the holiday time, I haven't really had the time to invest into doing, because I want to dress up and do everything. You make little holiday specials. And so if my objective for 2018, yeah, I had 2 objectives, okay, for 2017, yeah. One of them was to improve my video quality, and I've done that. Still need to improve the audio quality with mics and that sort of stuff a little bit more, but everyone can categorically agree. If you go to my first video of the year and then you look at my latest video, it's a world of difference, and I'm really happy with the results. The other thing that I wanted to do in 2017, channel-wise, was get to a situation where I'm at least 1 month ahead, okay, of the content producing. So I know content's coming out regularly, and that's one thing I haven't done. So that is going to be probably my major focus of 2018. Yeah. Oh, dude, seems to be getting a 19 square meter hobby room in the net. Nice one, Odin. That's a hell of a hobby room. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with the sort of holiday theme videos. If I can get ahead ahead of myself, then they'll be in, and we'll do Easter, and we'll do various ones. You know, anything that we can do that sort of works. I'm looking forward to Halloween because I want to dress up as a zombie or something. Thank you. Jason's punting the Christmas bonus. I'll have a quick check. Nah. That crazy cat critic. I love that name. Yeah, Mel, I've been working on my first terrain piece. It features the little meadow with hills and some goats. Do you ever critique newbies like me to help us improve? Would you be interested in having a peek at my piece sometime? Happy holidays. Yes, I do. Right. I don't really critique, okay? Not in the sense of what of a lot of people. I mean, anyone who'll know me knows I don't criticise terrain. I have a basic. I have a law. One of my laws, one of my terrain laws that I have, yeah, is the only time you look down at terrain is when you're standing next to the table. Okay, I don't criticise people's terrain. It's their artistic efforts. Now there are people who are like, well, will you look at it and give me what you call it, sort of ideas? Now in that case, if you want me to do that, just email it to me. Email me the pics and say, look, not for publication, but can you have a look at this and give, what would you do next? What videos could I look at to improve it? I don't mind sort of critiquing when it's really been asked for, okay? And, you know, someone's asking for help, but I don't do it publicly because I don't run people down on the terrain, ever. I don't want to ever give someone the impression that, you know, that terrain wasn't good. He's off bed. You know, that terrain wasn't good enough or anything like that. That's just me. Yeah, because we get a lot of kids on this channel and that sort of stuff. Yeah, but if you do want me to genuinely... I don't critique it harshly. I just sort of go, right, well, have a look at this because I think, you know, you could do good with this in here. That sort of... You know what I mean? But yeah, email it to me, that crazy crap critic. Right, we're on 21 responses. Right, I am closing now because I've got 15 minutes and 16 questions. Yeah. So, the questions are closed. We'll wrap this up and then we'll see how we do. Right, question 6. Michael, do you cut bark first and then clean it, or the other way around? I tend to process it as large pieces. Yeah, so when it comes in, I'll do my cleaning. I'll scrub off any major, you know, I'll mask up. I'll get a wire brush. I'll scrub off any major mould or lichen areas. I'll give it a soak with with a bleach solution to kill off any gribblies. If it's a little bit damp, which sometimes it can be, depending on where it's been stored, I'll put it in the oven after a Sunday roast or something like that, as the oven's cooling down, and I'll just stick it in there to dry it out. But I do that all before I start working with it. The reason being is bark has some mould on it that it can live on the bark quite nicely, but if you saw it, sand it, break it, and it gets a particle and it gets into your lungs where it's nice and wet and warm and dark, it can grow into some pretty nasty stuff that could be pretty dangerous for you. So I tend to process all my cork before I do anything with it, before I start cutting it, sanding it, or anything. Yeah, 50 going on 16. That'll be me in, I think it's 8 or 7 years. I'm not sure. I don't know whether I'm 50. I don't. Kaz? Yeah? Am I 42 or 43? 42. I'm 42. Where is your Christmas tree? Any decorations? Easy one for Kat. There you go. It's up there. Now, you may say, well, it's not very Christmassy around there. Well, we'll put a bit of a Christmas scene up for the show, but we turn round, yeah, to the kids and say, okay, yeah, because they've been bugging us, yeah, for the Christmas decorations. So we turn round to them and we said, okay, you can decorate the tree, you can decorate the house. They decorated the tree and they've decorated their own bedrooms, and there is nothing else other than the tree. Yeah, because they need the tree for the presents to go under. But other than the downstairs of the house, there's nothing. Yeah, you walk into their bedrooms, it's like a Santa's grotto. Yeah, I think Willow's got about 3 sets of lights on the go. You look 97 as well, Esty. Oh, dude. Oh, it's getting a bit... Everyone's talking age. It's getting a bit topical. But yes, Kat, we do have a Christmas tree. It is up. We do have lots of... We've got all the Christmas decorations we own are up. They're just not up in any bit that you can see. They're up in the kids' rooms. But I think, what you call it, we'll have a little... I'll put a bit of tinsel up for the Christmas party. Yeah? Should we, what you call it, should we see about doing some party games and that sort of stuff? I'll jump on the Terrainiacs group in the week, yeah, and we'll see if we can come up with some party games we can play and that sort of stuff. And we'll have a proper party. Right, next question. Carlo, quick question. I saw the other day that you can get moisture-resistant MDF. Could I use it as baseboard? Is it worth it to prevent the warping? Moisture-resistant MDF will help you prevent warping, but only in the context where you don't bother painting the bases of your board. Okay? Moisture-resistant MDF is essentially coated. Now, warping when it comes to terrain bases is caused by the shrinking of the PVA. So the water resistance wouldn't make a massive amount of difference. Now, over time, warping on MDF as you're constructing is caused by PVA curing. Warping on MDF terrain bases over usage time is caused by the bottom of the base absorbing moisture, yeah, because it hasn't been sealed, and expanding, which raises the edges up. So to counter this, what we do is we paint the bottom of our MDF bases so they're sealed. Going for moisture resistant MDF will just simply save you that step. Okay, so if you don't fancy painting a load of bases, go for that. If you're quite happy, you know, don't go for it. Yeah, warping wise, it's often about the PVA rather than the base material. I have a video in the Back to Basics playlist called Fighting the Warp, I think it is, Fight the Warp. Yeah, a bit of a grey night. Yeah, and what you call it, I go through a load of different techniques and concepts in there of why things warp and how you can do your terrain in a certain way and what techniques you can use to minimise it. Yeah, so that's Fighting the Warp, dude. Seal your bottom. Oh yeah, always have a nice painted bottom. Red Green saying, are my Christmas ornaments on the tree? No, they're not, mate. They'll be. I know because I saw them when we were getting the decorations out. Yeah, because I saw the one that you wrote on for Kez, so I know. Yeah, that I've seen them. They're with the decorations. Yeah, so Willow has 2 trees up in her room. Corbin's got a tree in his room. So on one of those trees, your Christmas decorations are. I know that for sure because I have seen them. They were lovely, nice as well. Oh, Gary's saying, just I sent you a nugget on PayPal. Thank you, dude. We'll wrap the final... Oh, we've had a couple of PayPals. We'll wrap the final PayPals up in a minute. I just want to get through these questions because I'm conscious of time. Spudman Chronic, what's your favourite material for barking your tree? I like milliput. I'm an old schooler. I like sculpting the bark, you know what I mean? If I'm going to go to the effort of constructing fully featured wire trees rather than buying something commercial, then it's an art project for me. I don't want to knock them out or use something cheaper, you know, and just... So I want to sit down, you know, work it, design the tree. I like putting like knots and little features in the tree, and in a couple of trees, you know, I've etched out little love hearts and stuff like that. So yeah, a milliput is my go-to material. Also, it dries rock hard, which is really good. Okay, question 11 of 21, Dan Skinner. Where's the best place to start when designing a gaming board? Dude, I'm not answering that question now. The best place to start is on a gaming board. Yeah, have a game, but before you finish packing up, have a look at the table that you play with your mate and just look at it and say, what would make this table better? What little pieces? With regards to your first terrain pieces, I always recommend start making basic scenic scatter, countryside scenic scatter. Mount them on CDs. There's a really good tutorial on it, yeah, for first time builders in the Let's Makes playlist, and it's the first video, and it's been geared specifically, okay, to take you from being a model painter and baser to moving into terrain. So it takes the basing techniques and the stuff that you learnt with model painting and sort of builds up on that knowledge on scenic basing. And once you've got scenic basing down, then it's only the general techniques of working with foam board, working with polystyrene for rocks and stuff like that. Milliput is, what it is, 2 parts in epoxy, so it doesn't need to be baked. Yeah, also it doesn't crack because there's, if you use DAS, one of the problems is DAS essentially works because it's got moisture in it and it dries out like a lot of clays. As it dries out, it will crack, yeah, which can cause problems. And that's why I use Milliput, because Milliput maintains the same volume. If you want, when Milliput is wet, if you do an inch by an inch square block of Milliput, okay, and then as it cures, it will still be an inch by an inch when it cures, which is one of the reasons why I like Milliput. Fimo, a lot of people like, but it requires baking. And one of the problems I've often had when baking with wire trees is the metal on the wire can get incredibly hot, and that can cause some problems, yeah, as you're trying to bake it. And so that's why I like Milliput, because it completely removes that moisture, air drying, cracking issue, and it removes the need for baking. Yeah, with regards to Dan's question about designing a gaming board, I've actually been playing around with the idea of a little 2-part series about the different types of gaming boards and key things to think about when designing them. Now, I did a load of bullet points, and so the reason it's a couple of parts is because I've got 4 pages of bullet points just to talk about on the topic. Yeah, so I need to really drill it down, work out what goes where and how I can present the information without it becoming something absolutely, crazy. So hopefully in the new year there'll be a much better answer to that question, mate. But in the meantime, if it's your first time build, do some Scenic Scat CDs. It's the first video in the Let's Make. Right, Will, went to the Flocking Shop site. I see 0.5 and I see pigments and liquid colour. Can you order it in a colour, or do you have to colour it yourself? I thought they were pre-coloured, but just email them, mate. Drop them a line and just say, look, I'm a model maker. I want to use this for model making. And just ask them. I don't know. I can't give you an honest answer on that, mate, to be perfectly honest. When I've ordered from them in the past, and when I've had bags sent by manufacturers who've ordered from them, it's come pre-coloured. I have a 5 kilo bag of white 1mm snow flock. Okay, it looks like, like a bag of drugs. It really does. I do this thing whenever we have the studio open days at Spode. I get it out and I leave it on the side and I fold it. It's about half full now, and I fold it over so you can't see the label on it, and I just leave it there. And it's quite interesting because you'll see some people come in and some people stand there and they're just, it's like they've got to look at it, and it's like, you know what I mean? I can't show minis on the terrain shoots terrainiacs. Westy, you can if they're on the terrain you're showing off. Just don't focus on the minis. I've noticed a few people doing that sort of stuff. Yeah, Tom's saying if you go through the product pages and select the pack size you want, it takes you to a page showing all the colour options. There you go, there's your answer, mate. Yeah, so yes, you can get it in all the... I thought, I ordered my Milliput from UK off eBay to Australia. Dude. Kat saying, if you're going to start a person playing games, what would you start them with and why? If you're going to start a person playing games, are you talking about war games? Yeah? I think, if you're going to... That's... I don't know. I think it's really down to you, what you've got, what you think that person would be engaged by. I mean, would they be impressed by a big war game, or would they get more engaged by a small skirmish game? Malifaux is quite quirky. You got your Wild Wind Exodus with the steampunk side. Then you got your historical. You got your fan. I'm struggling with that one, to be honest, Kat. If you could tell me more about the person, I could probably be a bit more specific. Yeah? So I'll keep an eye on the comments just in case you chip in. Yeah? In fact, you guys in the comments, Kat's there. She's one of our mods. Help her out. Yeah? What are you looking for, Kat? Start with skirmish games. Gets cheaper. Let's say the fantasy realm. Skirmish fantasy round, guys? What do you reckon? Mellyflux. Mellyflux. Right, while you guys are having a chat, yeah, Lord Morbius, what would you suggest for the least expensive quality water effect? Oh, right, least expensive quality water effect. Depends on depth. I know some people like glues and two-part resins and that sort of stuff. I'm not a big fan of them, but they have their place for small scatter pieces. Yeah, there's various there's very acrylic compounds you can get. You can look at things like gallery glass. I'll tell you what's interesting. I've been messing around with silicone a lot lately, and that's good results. So also resins work pretty well. But the real thing is, it depends what you're pouring, to what depth, and what you need from it. Do you know what I mean? It's a difficult question to answer, to be truthful. Right. Matt, what is your earliest wargaming memory? Yeah? My earliest wargaming memory goes back to when I was 14. Okay? I just got into wargaming. I didn't even own Warhammer Fantasy Battle 3rd Edition. It was coming up to Christmas. I'd had White Dwarf. My mum had taken me into the local games workshop. Yeah? And then she'd sent me out so she could buy something. And she got me this box of the Regiments of the Renown, which was 6 elves, 6 dark elves, 6 dwarves, 6 Skaven, 6 goblins, 6 orcs. I think that was it. There was, no, sorry, 10. There was 10 of each of the major sort of races, and that's my earliest wargaming memory. I use fake water resin for flower displays. Right, but yeah, that's my earliest memory. Right, we have 5 questions left. West Side, where can I buy Melcoin? Via PayPal, mate. The link is down below, and we'll be shouting out your name later. And if your company would like to provide corporate sponsorship, they're very welcome. I can't shout them out because I can't talk about that on this channel, Westy. If you're looking for automatic paint shakers, Westy may have a product for you. He's got products that do that sort of thing. I hear they go pretty fast. Jace, what time and where are we getting together tomorrow, Mel? Feel pretty free. I'm in the studio. I'll be in the studio from about midday onwards because I'm there till about early evening, mate. So just message me after midday, yeah, and just let me know what works for you, dude. But yeah, I'll catch up with you tomorrow, Jason, in the studio. I'm looking forward to it, mate. Martin the Warrior, Mel, I'm looking to make a 4x4 lava board in the near future. Any tips on which would be the best way to make the lava itself? Lava's quite interesting. You can have some really interesting effects with things like Artex and filler if it's been liquided down. You can make some really good layering effects. Same with watered down acrylic caulking. Yeah, hot glue works really well. For painting lava, I could make, a load of suggestions, but Gregor from Ironkeep Studios, he came up with this, this colour scheme for doing lava, and I'm nicking it. It's on the Terrainiacs. Do a search for lava in the Terrainiacs group. Link is in the description, and you'll see it. And he did a step-by-step for us on it, and it really pops. You know what I mean? It really looks like it's glowing. Yeah, so go check that out. I may be doing lava in the near futures. I'll show off a few different techniques, but when it comes to painting, I'm probably just going to show Gregor's technique and give him full credit because I think it's beautiful. Yeah, and just to give him a shout out, I think he's Ironkeep Studios. Westy's saying he can shake your your paint pot at 150 shakes per minute. He didn't use strakes. George, thank you for your friendly reminder. I have seen the email. It's there. I've got to jump on it. We've got 101 viewers at this point in the show. That's awesome. Yeah, I have seen I will reply, George. Yeah, it's perfectly cool. And yeah, thank you, buddy. Yeah, any hints for right, Sammy B, any hints for a good cheap source for teddy bear fur? Everywhere it's quite as expensive. not teddy bears. Yeah, I know. I've had to order some off Amazon. I found it prohibitively expensive. Who knows? Yeah. Other than that, visiting car boot sales and scrap sales and buying teddy bears for little scrap pieces is about the best I've found I can do. Yeah. Don't ever let your daughter see you cutting up her old teddy bears for the fur. It's taken Willow to... You know what I mean? Highest viewer figure tonight was 119. Oh, nice. Right, last question. George in Texas. Carrying on with your burnt forest and adding a winter effect to it, but still need to work out detail, underground, underbrush and brush effects that match and work well. Wash it on liquid. Right, okay. If you're applying snow on top of everything, yeah, the best way to think about what needs to be underneath is think about what it'd be like in summer, then think about the most miserable wet day ever, and then apply that. What you've got to remember about snowy scenes is snow is wet. When it lands, even though it's frosty on top, it will melt underneath and that will saturate the ground. So your light brown dirt will become very dark brown. Okay, it also increases, it blocks the light over bushes, which increases the depth of shadow. So what would typically be a light bush would suddenly be a very dark bush. Yeah, it also increases the shadow because of the contrast. Your eyes adjust in the snow. If you notice, a light plant doesn't appear light when it's surrounded by snow. It still appears very dark. That's because, you know, your eyes, yeah, have to constrict because of the amount of white, or you get essentially snow blindness. And because they restrict, that changes the exposure of what you thought was quite a light plant. So when you're doing snowy scenes, take a look at what you'd like to present as before the snow. Then darken it down and then apply your snowing over the top. Teddy bear fur sales after Christmas at fabric stores. You should find remnants left. Shit. Folks done buying it for holiday decorations. Thanks, Kat. That's a nice one. And that was our last question. Right, guys. Mel is doing the Mel dance. I owe you a gopher dance, don't I? Yeah, now, with that in mind, we've got a couple of PayPals to shout out. I see 2 PayPals. I think. Yeah, two left. Yeah, so we'll get these on the screen to say thank you, guys. I need to fix it. Guys, next time I announce I'm doing a live show, someone jump in the comments before the show starts and just remind me, fix your autofocus on your webcam now. Because I keep forgetting and I can't do it once I've started the live show. Okay, to Joshua. Joshua has sent us 5 nuggets, 5 US nuggets. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, and to Gary. Yeah, Gary sent us a nugget. Thank you, buddy. And as far as I can see, that is everyone. Yeah, Joshua, Gary. And then Alan sent something for the terrainiacs showcase. Shall I make Kez do the... No, I can't make Kez do the gopher dance. Right, guys. That's our questions. Those are my Christmas bonus, guys. Yeah, thank you for my Christmas bonus. I'm really chuffed I'm getting Necromunda. Yeah. So you can see it's genuine and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to go to Games Workshop either tomorrow or Tuesday. I'll have to check when they're open because their store hours have gone really weird lately. Yeah. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to buy myself Necromunda. Yeah. And £136. Yes. That is my Necromunda and beer budget. Yeah. Did you get some sort of sweet fuel for the cause? Sweet fuel for the cause? What do you rake in today? Well, Jason's just said 136 for Necromunda, so yeah. Right. Now, I am wearing pyjamas, but I've made it. I've specifically for you know you as a sensitive disposition. I have specifically made sure I put pants on because this is the gopher dance, not the helicopter dance. It's just a step to the left. It's just a step to the left. And then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hip. I love that song. Right, gopher dance time. Come on, let's wrap this up because this is technically This is the second to last live show, last Sunday night of the year. So, for my Christmas bonus, guys, yeah, I've spent this last year spending my time sharing my passion with you guys, yeah. You guys have appreciated it and you've supported me, you've picked me up, you've held me up. Yeah, you've kept me going when I was down and you've put me down when I've been up. Yeah, but I couldn't have done any of this behind you. And I don't, you know, as a grown 42-year-old man with a degree in physiotherapy, a master's in exercise physiology, ex-combat medic, ex-lecturer, ex-businessman. You put your hat right. Yeah, you got to do the gopher dance. Hey! And now I'm making a prat of myself on the internet to say thank you for my Christmas bonus. We need music. Gopher, gopher, gopher. Right, guys. Yeah. Now, I will be honest. Yeah. I've got one more live show to do. I probably am going to, am going to, like, you know, right, Christmas tip time. I've got my Christmas present I was really looking forward to, so thank you guys. Whatever we get next show, we get. But that lovely lady on there, that cutie, I'm going to see if on Christmas we can get her go for dancing with us. Now, Mel dances for Necromunda. Now, listen, in the meantime, yeah, I need as many of you as possible who are into your 40k and your Necromunda to go message Games Workshop, White Dwarf, whatever. Yeah, message them and say you need to give the terrain tutor some terrain kits because he is getting into Necromunda and he will do awesome stuff with it. Okay? Because if I can't get them off I'm not spending money on terrain kits. Okay? I'll reach out to the other manufacturers and get bits off those because they're always happy to be on the channel. Yeah, GW, I don't have that relationship with. But if you'd like me to play around with Necromunda and that sort of stuff, go bully GW for me. Benny Hill class. I love Benny Hill. How could we all propose Mel as our 40k? Wow, we could all propose Mel as our 40k hero. Whatever. But listen, if you want me to do some awesome Necromunda stuff, because I want to get into Necromunda, Corbin wants to get into Necromunda. Yeah, I might even get Willow into Necromunda, because, you know, it's Necromunda. Yeah, hello you.
Hello you.
Are you going to do a gopher dance with me on Christmas Eve? She is.
No.
She is.
I don't dance.
You
Unless
lie.
I'm really, really drunk.
She'll be doing a dance on Christmas. No, Jenny. Right, guys, I am going to call it I'm going to knock it. I'm going to leave that over to you guys in the meantime. Thank you. Thanks for a brilliant night, guys. I love you lot.
Beating at Meeples next weekend. Bye, guys.
Maybe. Right, guys, I will see you when I see you. Remember, maybe another live show in the week. Yeah, probably not many videos unless I can get one wrapped up and finished out. All the videos are coming between Christmas and New Year with the big trench build. And in the meantime, see you on the internet. Guys, I'm out of here.